Hey guys, welcome to Vidivic Arts. I'm Josh, and here we are, still in the same location. What's going on? Whoa! So, here we are in a new place, and as you can see, I've already been using some of the stuff. Got the printers set up in the background here, and I've got a little workspace here for, making models and painting models. And I've also got some new stuff to the side that you can't see. But this is my new setup for now. I'm pretty happy with the way it's set up. And yeah, let's just get straight into what we're working on today. Now, we are preparing, or I have been preparing for Orktober for a whole year, to be honest. I got a whole bunch of ideas in mind that I want to work on. But to work on certain models, I actually need to make models. So to orkify something, I need to have something to base it on. So I'm going to be making a couple models that are non-orc based, and I'll release them as they are. So getting into this, we are working on an APC. Now this is not based on anything out there at all. It's just kind of something I thought up on the top of my head. So hopefully you guys like it and you can see use for it in your war games of whatever kind. You think of whatever you want to use it for, you can use it for that. Let's have a look at how it was made. So with this APC, I decided to make it with tracks. Now, I kind of thought of another idea for another model to have wheels, and it's actually artillery with wheels, and I have modeled it already, and I'm going to convert it as well, and that'll be for another video for another time. But artillery with wheels just seemed like a really stupid, funny idea, so that's another model to come. Now, you've all seen tracks before and how they've been made on this channel. If you haven't seen that before, you're more than welcome to check out some of the other tanks that I've made in previous videos. But this is a pretty simple process. All I do is make a track and the actual part that it sits on, and spread it around and make it look like actual tracks. So I pretty much stopped when I completed this track and started working on the body, because once you make that first track, you basically made the tracks. It's done. Just you got to come back to it later on. So with this APC, I really wanted something different. I wanted to have the internals kind of be accessible. So I decided I would make it with a bit that people would sit in and have it have a cover over the top. So up to you whether or not you want it to be exposed or not, but you would print it so it has that inside bit, and then you could stick the lid on or not have the lid on at all. Completely up to you. So that inside bit is where you would have soldiers sit. Now, this also is a little bit of you could do whatever you want with it. So with that top lid on, you could technically put a turret on it and make it into a tank if you wanted to, which is kind of what they do with the Rhino in 40k. So I just thought, just have that ability to do whatever you want with this model, and hopefully we can make it more orky when it comes to orkifying it. Now, when I worked on the hatch part, I always try to make them a little unique, but I've come up with like a really quick system. Pretty much it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Is it 8? Yeah, 8 little things around the outside, and a cylinder with a cylinder top to make it look like it's got a hatch and an inside bit. It's nothing special. I've worked on all these bolts. I've done this a million times now. You don't want to have it too detailed because it'll just be a lot to slice. But on the inside of where the guys sit, I decided I did want it to be a little bit detailed, but not overly, not too much to make it so complicated to paint when the time came. And with this model, I'm actually not going to be printing it. I'm purely just showing you the modeling phase. And that's going to be the case with a lot of models, and I'll explain in another video why I'm doing that. But more or less, it's just to be able to make models nice and quick and get them out to you guys, so we can get, more models out there. So with the inside, we've got pipes, we've got the seats, and we've got like just a few little details here and there, just to make it look a little more detailed. That's the best way to explain it. Now, I also worked on a back hatch, or a door that can open up and close, so you will be able to print these parts separately and attach them, and you can glue them in place or you can have them detached, or whatever you want to do. And yeah, one of the cool things about this model, I think, is that it could be an amphibious vehicle. If you really wanted to make it an amphibious vehicle, you could just print it without the tracks, and it kind of looks like a little boat that they use, on the beaches of Normandy or whatever. It's going forward instead of backwards. But yeah, I think this could make for a range of different types of models. Just comes down to your creativity. Now, like I said, with the tracks, all I'm doing is positioning them and rotating them and making them look like tracks. Now, one of the hard things that I always find with tracks is making it so that they are printer friendly, so you don't need any supports, and I've made sure with this model that you don't need any supports to print it. But like I said, it is a little difficult, and unfortunately I've done it a couple times. Hopefully this prints nice and good for you guys. I don't see any problems with it when I've run through it. Hopefully, if there is any problems, make sure you let me know in the comment section below or in the comments of the actual model. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking, and I'm pretty sure it'll print without any supports. But basically, I have to make it so it's flat on the track side. So on the inside bit, it has to be completely flat with no bits overhanging, and you lose a lot of detail doing that. But at the same time, you're not really going to be seeing that side of the tracks unless you want to detach the tracks for whatever reason. But for now, that's just the way I do it. If you want other tracks, you might have to look somewhere else that does that. I try to make my models as accessible as possible for everyone. Now, I added this little detail at the front. I was kind of already heading down the orc route. I'm probably going to be putting like a nice plow on the front of this thing, and yeah, we'll have some orcs sitting all over the place. I do want to have just models that you can separately print and just attach, sort of like a crew. I think that'd be really cool, like a crew for a gun, or a crew just for the tank itself, like a guy sitting in a chair, and it'll be an orc. So I'll try to come up with something for that. I am reworking a lot of the models that I've already previously worked on, just to make it easier for you guys to be able to customize things, and hopefully we get to see more, orcifications going on out there. Now, I worked on the back piece. It was just a simple cube with, some detail here and there, and that'll print vertically, so make sure you print that thing right, otherwise it won't print. And that is it. That's the model. That's all there is for now. We're going to be working on multiple models, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing at the start of everything. I probably won't make a video for every single model. I'll just release them if I get them done. But yeah, this is going to be orcified, and we're going to be working on a whole bunch of orcs out in the future. For the next month, we're going to be working on some orcs. Now, like I just said before, I have reworked the models of the original orcs. If you've seen the orc infantry and the orc war boss, and even the goblins and stuff, I'm reworking that so you can customize your models a little bit more. So the heads will be separated and you'll be able to change the heads around. And I'm actually really excited. I'm really happy with the way they've turned out so far. So hopefully you guys are excited as well, and we can, work on this stuff together. And I really love how much you guys have been posting over on Instagram and even on all Thingiverse and My Mini Factory and everything. I love seeing that work that you guys do. There's some extremely awesome artists out there who are painting my models, and you're making my work look way, way, way better than it should. But hopefully I can bring you even more detail for this Orktoberfest. So be excited and stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and a massive, massive thank you for just everyone out there, on Patreon and over on YouTube. You guys have just, I've been obviously busy for the past month and a bit, just setting up and not having internet. I had no internet for a solid month and a bit, and it was a real kick in the teeth. I managed to reach out to a couple of you, and you guys were just really awesome and supportive about it all. So hopefully I can bring you some models nice and soon. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching to this point here. You guys are awesome. And, well, yeah, as always, stay awesome, everyone. See you guys.